midst of the coronavirus pandemic, Floridians are also facing another threat, the potential for what experts say could be a very active hurricane season. The worry is that in the midst of a medical crisis, we could face a crippled infrastructure and even widespread power outages in the storm's wake.
Yeah, so what's being done to prevent that? CBS 12's Jay O'Brien, spoke with the U.S. Energy Secretary about how Florida can keep the lights on during the next storm.
Yeah, guys, this is a genuine concern. You'll remember in 2017, during Hurricane Irma, nearly 2/3 of Floridians lost power. So now a group of state leaders all the way up to the U.S. Secretary of Energy are trying to make sure that doesn't happen again. In the middle of a pandemic, the stakes are higher than ever to keep the lights on. Not just for the general public, but for the first responders who may need it the most. A blackout is what U.S. Energy Secretary Dan Brouillette is trying to avoid.
The utilities in Florida are prepared.
Brouillette was in Florida this past month inspecting the state's power grid and believes it's ready for what this hurricane season could throw at it.
What potentially could be a more active than usual hurricane season.
After Irma, the state started mandating utility companies plan to keep their grids safe. That means burying some power lines or converting wooden poles to concrete or steel. And Brouillette says that's working. But he remains worried about a different threat you can't see coming, what he calls cyber storms. Hacking attacks designed to shut the lights off that he's concerned can be just as disruptive as a hurricane.
We have nation-state actors that would work very hard to disrupt portions of the delivery of electricity all throughout the country.
Are there bad actors already inside parts of the U.S. power grid?
Well, look, I think, it's fair to say that there are people who have penetrated portions of every grid in America.
Brouillette, now in charge of a government task force to prevent those hacks, is confident no one is yet embedded far enough in the nation's power grid to shut everything off with a single keystroke. But each day brings another potential threat.
I must say it's a daily fight. It's every single day and literally every hour of every day.
The federal government's really relying on teamwork when it comes to keep the power grid safe. For those cyber storms, they've got that federal task force. And then for those storms we can see like hurricanes, they're still relying on utility companies to continue to work with one another to divert resources to states that are badly hit by storms. I'm Jay O'Brien, CBS 12 News.